Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Tonight, these Super Late Models will be taking on USA International Speedway for 125 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atman. So I'm excited to call all the racing action here tonight again with the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Last week, we were at Southern National Motorsports Park, and we saw Donald Clark ended up leading flag to flag, and he took the victory at Southern National, leading all 125 laps. We saw Aaron Johnson ended up finishing second. Corey Bigley took third. Josh Oswald finished fourth, and Rick Rube ended up rounding out your top five at Southern National. So now, after 3 races in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, Donald Clark is leading the point standings, but only 1 point behind him is Corey Bigley. Then after that, it is Aaron Johnson. 4th in points is AJ Rogers, and 5th in points is Rick Rube. So this race could definitely make or break the current point standings right now. We'll see how it all shakes out. And we want to thank both of our sponsors for this league, Big Frig Coolers and Shockeye Racing Performance. Thank you for Shockeye Racing Performance for helping fuel the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, and also thank you to Big Frig. Now, Big Frig, they provide high-quality stainless steel double-wall vacuum-sealed tumblers, as well as high-quality roto-molded coolers. Big Frig caters to the customer, whether you are an adventurer, outdoorsman, sports fanatic, or just someone who enjoys a hot cup of joe. Big Frig knows that not every customer is the same, so they design their products to fit your needs. Take the Badlands Coolers along with you to your next barbecue, your next hunting and fishing trip, or a trip to the racetrack. Or take along their 30-ounce Big Frig on a fishing trip and have a cold drink on hand for an all-day excursion. All of their products are made durable with stainless steel construction. Their double wall vacuum insulation helps with temperature preservation, keeping drinks cold for over 50 hours and hot for 5+ hours. If you want to purchase products from Big Frig, you can visit their website at bigfrig.com. You can also search up Big Frig on Amazon and you can purchase products on there. Or you can look at their website and see if your nearest sporting goods store has Big Frig in stock. Just go on their website, go to dealer locations, and you can see if any of your sporting goods stores near you has Big Frig. So again, if you want high quality tumblers or coolers, then Big Frig is definitely the way to go. Right now in practice, we see Teddy Hodgden is currently on the top of the board with a 20.12. Then in second, it's Corey Bigley. He ran a 20.19, currently 700ths off of Hodgden. We see third is Jason Warren. Fourth is Kyle Martinson. And rounding out your top 5, it is Donald Clark. So practice getting ready to wrap up. We see drivers getting the rest of their laps done, and we are now getting set for qualifying. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time. I know AJ Rogers is going to be looking to try to get his second pole in a row here in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. There we go. Qualifying is underway. And right now, there we see Jason Warren is exiting the pits. Warren is a 2-time champion here in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, looking to try to get the hat trick here this season. There he is crossing the start-finish line, and this will begin his first lap. Good job there through... Oh, no! We see Jason Warren gets loose off of turn number 2, tags the inside wall, and that will definitely hurt his qualifying run. Here's Corey Bigley coming off of turn number 4, crosses the line, and he will be the first driver On the board, he ends up running a 20.30. We see Shannon Wilder gets onto the board with a 20.47. Aaron Ward is sitting in third, but he gets knocked out. Josh Oswald gets to second with a 20.38. Oswald. Oh, and we see Corey Bigley. He improves on his second lap. He runs a 20.27. Then in second, it's AJ Rogers. He ran a 20.33, putting him 600ths behind Corey Bigley. And then in third, it is Josh Oswald, but as I say that, Lucas Leon goes to the top of the board. He runs a 20.23. AJ Rogers to second. He ran a 20.26. That will put Rogers only 300ths behind Lucas Leon, who just crossed the line for his second lap. He does not improve. He was actually 200 slower, so he's going to settle with a 20.23. There we see the 13 of Garrett Kinder is on track right now. As he crosses the line, he's going to run a 20.38, which will put him 5th on the board. And Teddy Hodgson, after running very, very fast in practice, he runs very, very fast here in qualifying, running a 20.20, which will put him 300ths faster than Lucas Leon. There's Jason Lottridge on track right now. We see Kyle Martinson also on track. Here's Gene Watkinson in the 17. Got Donald Clark heading through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to start his first lap. We see Kyle Martinson is able to get to 5th. He ran a 20.27. Now remember, in this league, in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, there is heat races. So here in qualifying, the top 15, all of them will automatically advance to the feature, while 16th on back will have to try to get into the feature through the heat race, and only the top 5 from the heat race will advance, which will mean that there will be a field of 20 cars, and it's looking like in this race 2 drivers will not make the show. Here's Aaron Johnson on track right now. He has 1 win this season. So far, we have had 3 unique winners this season in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Donald Clark won last week. Then we saw Aaron Johnson won in week 2. And then Corey Bigley, he won the season opener. And all 3 of them are 1, 2, 3 in points right now. And there we go. That is going to do it. I believe everybody who is going to qualify has qualified. Make sure to take this time to share the stream on whatever platform you are watching on, as that is greatly appreciated. It helps give exposure to the league, the sponsors, the drivers, and it is free. It's definitely not required, but it still helps us out a ton. So here we go, qualifying, wrapping up. We are getting set for the heat race. Shannon Wilder, Aaron Ward, Jason Lottridge, Craig Cobb, Robert Gillard, Gene Watkinson, and William Griffith all will be participating in this heat race. Only 5 of them will advance to the feature. So here we go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole with Wildfire Racing, it is the 10 of Shannon Wilder. Then in second, it's the 99 of Aaron Ward. Third is Ford, running with Forge PC Racer Sport 2. It's the 48 of Jason Lottridge. Then in fourth, it's Craig Cobb. And then running at your top five, it's the 45 of Robert Gillard. Then in sixth, it's Mean Gene Watkinson in the 111. And last but not least, it's Reaper Racing's William Griffith in the 12. Here's a look at the race info for tonight's event. 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 21% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 2 miles per hour wind speed. And the temperature is going to be, track temperature is going to be a little bit warmer at 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Very, very cool track just because it is at nighttime. And we are in Lakeland, Florida at USA International Speedway. The track is 0.61 miles long. And in real life, USA International Speedway no longer exists. It closed back in 2008, but luckily racing fans can still enjoy this awesome track on iRacing, and the track is not lost forever. See, Kevin Kinder on YouTube says, checking in, big field of drivers tonight. Yes, there is a big field of drivers tonight, 22 to be exact, and we'll see 5 of them will be advancing here in this heat race out of 7 cars. And he says, go Griff, win heat. William Griffith is going to have the tough task of starting this heat race in the back. And also, it looks like William Griffith has missed the start of the heat race, so it's looking like he is going to have to start this heat race from the pits. That is definitely unfortunate there for William Griffith. I don't know if he didn't realize that the heat race was starting, but it's going to be a tough task to get back to the front of the field with the fact that he missed the start. So far this season, in the 4 races that we've had so far, including tonight, we have seen 20-plus cars in every single race, which is absolutely incredible. This league has had great car count, and it's also made for some great racing. Love to see Thunderstruck thriving and performing very, very well with lots of drivers. So we are getting ready to go green here and start tonight's heat race. Waiting for that pace car to make the hard left turn on pit road. Again, Wilder starting on the bottom. Outside of him, it is Aaron Ward. There it is. Pace car pulls in. And green flag is out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Shannon Wilder taking off, right? And we see Aaron Ward coming back on that outside. He is getting a great run. And we see contact between Wilder and Ward. And that will bring out the first caution of tonight's race. And let's see exactly what happened between Wilder and Ward. Here it is. So we were side by side between Wilder and Ward as we came into turns 1 and 2. Tight racing here. We see Ward, he got a great run on that outside. And we see Ward just gets loose off of turn number 2, and he slides down right in front of Shannon Wilder. And that is going to turn Aaron Ward into that inside wall, destroying that 99 machine. And looks like Aaron Ward had to come into the pits, took a fast repair. But that is going to hurt him. So now it is looking like the 2 drivers that are going to get knocked out are Aaron Ward, who, of course, got in that recent incident, and William Griffith, who missed the start, and now he isn't even in the session. Right now, with everything that happened, Craig Cobb is the current leader, with Shannon Wilder now in second, Jason Lotridge in third, Robert Gillard in fourth, Gene Watkinson currently riding in fifth. Now, I know Robert Gillard, he missed last week's race because of the heat race, so he is looking to try to get into the feature this time. He is running that Planters Peanuts car with peanuts all over it. That is a very, very unique paint scheme for sure. We see William Griffith back on track. He has just entered onto pit road, but I really don't think there's any hope for Griffith to make it to the feature, as he is... How many laps down now? He is... I don't know. He's 4 laps down now, looks like. So it's going to be very, very difficult for Griffith to get back into the feature. Here we go. Lights on the pace car are off. We're getting ready to go back green here. There we go. Pace car is in. And green flag back out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Craig Cobb taking off. We see Shannon Wilder in second. He's got Jason Lotridge right behind him. Wilder trying to reel in Craig Cobb for first. He's right on his back bumper. He is to the rear quarter panel. We see Cobb pushes up the track. Wilder able to get below him, and he is clear. Shannon Wilder now to the first place spot. Shannon has Craig Cobb, though, still right on his back bumper. Wilder has just ran the fastest lap time of the race last time by with a 20.95. And right now, the battle for second is on between Craig Cobb and Jason Lotridge. We do see a car crash. Gene Watkinson. I don't know if that will bring out a caution or not. There we go. We see the caution flag is out now after saw Gene Watkinson crashed. Let's take a look at exactly what happened here. There we go. So here's Gene Watkinson heading through turns 3 and 4. And it looks like Watkinson coming off of 4 clips that apron, and that is definitely going to upset that car. Yep, there we go. We see the 111 starts to go around, gets into the grass. And yeah, there's really just no saving it after that. Unfortunate there for that 111. And he has now gone 1 lap down. Hopefully he can get back onto the lead lap before this heat race ends. But right now, currently, your top 5 is looking like this. We got Shannon Wilder in first. Craig Cobb currently sitting in second. Third is Jason Lotridge. 4th place right now is Robert Gillard. And then rounding out your top 5, it is Aaron Ward. 6th and 7th is Gene Watkinson and William Griffith. And it's looking like right now, since Watkinson and Griffith are the only drivers down a lap, both of them will be the 2 that won't get to participate in the feature. So far, Shannon Wilder has been the dominant driver in this heat race. He has led almost every single lap except for he got involved in a lap 1 incident in this heat race after making contact with Aaron Ward. Hopefully he's made a comeback, though, back to that first place position. Looks like he's going to win this heat race. Lights on the pace car are off. We're getting ready to go back green here. Wilder restarting on the bottom. Cobb restarting on the top. There we go. Pace car is in. And green flag back out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Wilder taking off. We've got a battle going on for second between Craig Cobb and Jason Lottridge. And actually, Cobb is reeling in Wilder for this first place spot. Craig Cobb right there. Oh, but we see Cobb pushes way up the track in 3 and 4. And that is going to open the door for Jason Lottridge. But we see Cobb able to get back clear. Lottridge, though, staying right on the back bumper of that 58 machine. Lottridge looking high, looking low, trying to set up that pass. Thinking from past experience, what has worked for him, what has not, when, trying to make a pass. And looks like right now pretty much the whole field is all separated by 0.3. Wilder running away from the rest of the field currently has a 0.6 lead over second place Craig Cobb. Oh, we do have a battle for third going on between Jason Lottridge and Aaron Ward. It's like something happened to Lottridge because he lost some pace from battling with Craig Cobb to, he ran a 20.90, which is about 0.3 slower than what his best lap time, and there hasn't really been much time for those tires to wear, so I don't know what happened. There might have just been a mistake in the corner or something. But this is going to allow Aaron Ward a chance to break into the top 3. 3 laps to go, and right now Shannon Wilder has a 1 second lead over second place. Craig Cobb has absolutely dominated this heat race. As he crosses the line, will be 2 laps to go now. Kevin Kinder on YouTube asks if he uses his fast repair in heat race, does he have one in main race too? Yeah. Since Aaron Ward did use his fast repair in this heat race, he will still have a fast repair for the feature. So, it's same thing with sets of tires. If there were sets of tires to change in this league, if you used a set of tires in the heat race, you would have another set of tires available for the feature. So there we go. Shannon Wilder crosses the line in first. Craig Cobb finishes second. Jason Lottridge third. Aaron Ward fourth. Robert Gillard makes his first main. He finishes fifth. And the 2 unlucky drivers who will get eliminated and won't get to participate in the feature are Gene Watkinson and William Griffith. So here we go. We're going to have another 2-minute warm-up before we officially start our feature event, just to give these drivers a little bit more practice time, get everything dialed in before the feature. And I'm going to go over some of the drivers that you got to watch out for tonight. First of all, you got to watch out for the big 3, Donald Clark, Aaron Johnson, and Corey Bigley. Those 3 are going to be up front and in the top 5 all race long. Also got to watch out for, he's won 2 championships in a row, and he is the league owner. You got to watch out for Josh Oswald. He's going to be running in that number 17 machine that you see on your screen right now. And last but not least, another driver that you got to watch out for is definitely Rick Rube in that 81 machine. There we see he is on track right now, and that 81 always fast, always up front. He has an average finish of 8, so he's always in that top 10. Looking to see if Rick Rube can have another top 10 performance here tonight, but we have seen one new driver step onto the scene as a very, very fast driver, and that is Teddy Hodgson in that 841 machine. He was fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, definitely giving the big three of Clark, Johnson, and Bigley a run for their money. And there we go. The warm-up is wrapping up. We are getting set now for the feature event. There we go. The field is set, 20 cars, and let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, he ran a 20.197 in qualifying. It's the 841 of Teddy Hodgson. Outside of him, it's Lucas Leone in the 1. Third is the 07 of Kyle Martinson. Fourth is A.J. Rogers in the 017. And then rounding out your top 5, it's the 28 of Corey Bigley, listed as Billy Bigley. Then in 6th, it's Team Peacemakers Jason Warren. 7th is the 18 of Donald Clark. 18th is SPM Motorsports driver Aaron Johnston in 21st. And then 9th, it's Garrett Kinder in the 13. And then rounding out your top 10, it's Josh the Jet Oswald in the 17. Then in 11th, it's Cole World Racing's Josh Cole in the 224. 12th is Front Row Racing's Casey Kuntz in the 31. Casey Kuntz. Then in 13th, it is the 081 of Rick Rube. 14th is Hoosier Motorsports' Sam Wetstein in the 98. And then rounding out your top 15, it's Team Bean's Kevin Dowd in the 90. Then 16th, it's Shannon Wilder in the 10 with Wildfire Racing. 17th is Craig Cobb. 18th is Jason Lottridge. 19th is Aaron Ward. And then last but not least, it's Robert Gillard in the 45. So there we go. The field is set. 20 cars can be competing for the win here tonight. Only one can win. Question is, who will it be? Will it be a favorite? Will it be a dark horse? Will it be a newcomer? We will see. Will we have a repeat winner or a first-time winner? All of that will be decided here tonight. Here we go. Pace car is in. And green flag is out here at USA International Speedway. 125 laps of racing is underway. There we see Teddy Hodgson taking off. He's got Lucas Leone right on his outside. And we see our first yellow flag is out. We were not able to complete a lap. Let's take a look at what happened. Looks like some big names got involved in that one, including Josh Oswald and Jason Lottridge. All right, here's a look at what happened. We're watching Josh Oswald. Here he is on the start. He's got Garrett Kinder below him, the 31 of Casey Kuntz behind him. There we go. Green flag is out. And I think this happens heading into 1 and 2 here. Oswald just gets a big run, and he gets loose in 1 and 2. This is going to upset the car. You see he washes way up the track, and there we go. That 17 fully gets around. 98 barely misses hitting him. There we see Lottridge tags the wall. Definitely unfortunate there for Josh Oswald. Definitely one of the favorites to win tonight's event, but didn't look like he went a lap down, so no harm, no foul. Of course, I mean, he will be having to start in the back on this next restart, but we should be able to see Oswald make his way back up to the field pretty quickly. He still has a pretty fast number 17 super late model. Here we go. We are getting ready to go back green. Pace car is in. And green flag is back out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Teddy Hodgson taking off. He's trying to get clear of Lucas Leone. Leone fighting back on that outside, but he is able to get clear. Teddy Hodgson to the lead now. Kyle Martinson looking under Leone for this second place spot. They are side by side. Martinson with the nose coming off of turn number 4, and he is able to get clear. Kyle Martinson now to that second place spot. The battle is on for third. We see AJ Rogers looking under Leone for this third place spot. Rogers has the nose coming off of turn number 2. Can he get clear? And 3 and 4. Rogers still with the nose. Can't quite get clear, and there we go. He is clear. AJ Rogers now to the third place spot. The floodgates have really opened for that number 1 machine of Lucas Leone, and it looks like he's going to lose another position, this time to Corey Bigley in the 28 machine. We see Kyle Martinson trying to reel in Teddy Hodgson for this first place spot. Kyle Martinson actually just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 20.23. Martinson right there on the back bumper of Hodgson. We see another battle going on right now for this third place spot between AJ Rogers and Corey Bigley. Corey Bigley just trying to set up the pass. We know he is very experienced in this series, has ran very well all season long. I mean, heck, he's got an average finish of second, and he knows what he's doing. I think right now at this point, Corey Bigley is just trying to remember, you know, when making passes, what has worked for me, what's not worked for me, what does this driver do, what are his tendencies, and that should help Corey Bigley figure out how to make a pass on this 17 machine. He's also looking to see where, you know, where's Rogers braking, where he's getting back into the gas, and he's also going to try to use some of those things to his advantage. Corey Bigley, he won the season opener. Oh, and we see a car sliding through the grass as I was saying that. And that will bring out the second caution of the race. Let's take a look at what happened. So here we go. We're watching Lucas Leone. Gets into the outside wall coming off of turn number 4. We see both of those right side tires get lifted off the ground. We see Josh Cole get some damage. And we see Lucas Leone. He just manually disconnected. So we will not be able to see the rest of the replay, because once somebody manually disconnects from the session, you can't watch the replay anymore. So there we go. One driver has, we've seen our first driver leave the session here in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, and that is Lucas Leone. Leone started in that second place spot. And quickly, the floodgates open for him, losing position after position after position, and eventually tagging the outside wall and getting a bunch of damage, and that ended up costing him his race as he has left the session. So now that will leave 19 drivers on the lead lap, all of them still with a chance to win. But so far in tonight's event, it has been all Teddy Hodgson in that 841 machine. So far, our biggest mover of tonight's event has been the 5 machine of Rick Rube, one of the drivers that I said you gotta watch out for. Right now, Rick Rube is sitting in that 8th place spot, which is actually where he has an average finish of 8th, so this is typically where you can see Rick Rube around in the field, and he's made some smart moves, has been able to avoid the wrecks, and here he is in the top 10 now. He did start in the 13th position, didn't exactly have the starting position that he wanted, but he is quickly working his way up to the field and might have a top 5 finish ahead of him coming up. We might see him try to get into the top 5 on this next restart, but definitely the tough break, it goes to Lucas Leone, who started in 2nd and is in last, and he's mainly disconnected. Definitely unfortunate. Here we go. We are getting ready to go back green. Pace car will be pulling in. There we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Teddy Hodgson taking off, but he's got Kyle Martinson right on his back bumper. Martinson trying to make a move. I know Hodgson has been able to get away from Martinson during these green flag runs, but we saw Martinson got a great restart, and he's looking to maybe be able to get by Hodgson for this lead. Oh, but we do see Hodgson starting to extend that gap. We look here right now at the battle going on for 4th. Donald Clark has been able to get under Corey Bigley for the 4th place spot. Clark with the nose, and he is able to get clear Donald Clark now to 4th, side by side for 5th between Aaron Johnson and Corey Bigley. We see all 3 of the big 3 drivers running around each other. Johnson with the nose coming off of turn number 2. And he is... No, we see Corey Bigley holding his own on that outside. There we go. Aaron Johnson able to get clear. Aaron Johnson now to 5th. We look back to the battle for the lead between Teddy Hodgson and Kyle Martinson. Continue to keep an eye out on that. We see Jason Warren looking to try to get under Corey Bigley for this 6th place spot. Warren with the nose. Warren is clear. Jason Warren now to that 6th place spot, setting his sights on 5th place driver Aaron Johnson now. But Corey Bigley staying right behind Jason Warren, not letting him get away. We look back to the battle for the lead between Teddy Hodgson and Kyle Martinson. Martinson has been right there lurking behind Hodgson. He just hasn't been able to get too close, but we see Martinson getting a great run here on the backstretch, trying to get under that 841 machine. Man, he is having a great run. Looks like Martinson might have figured out what he needed to do differently to get around that 841 and improve himself. Here's a look at the current cockpit from the 07 machine of Kyle Martinson. Here's what it looks like to run a lap time here. Stay on the wall and driving in deep early on in the corner. We see he pushes up a little bit off the center, drives it back down to the yellow line, and back up to the wall. Once again, dives it down, maybe pushes up a teensy bit on center, but is able to exit pretty low still, and... There you go. That is a lap from the perspective of 2nd place driver Kyle Martinson. Look at some of the other battles on track. We've got a battle going on for 6th between Jason Warren and Rick Rube. Or, excuse me, Jason Warren and Corey Bigley. Warren passed Bigley a little while ago, but now Corey looking to try to get that position back. And we are now 25 laps through this thing. Here's a look at your current top 5. We got Teddy Hodgson in first. Kyle Martinson sitting in second. AJ Rogers is currently in third. Fourth is Donald Clark. And then right now, rounding out your top 5, it is Aaron Johnson. We got a lot of virtual fans in the stands tonight. Here's a look at from the spectator view. This is what it would look like if you were sitting in the stands here at USA International Speedway. And here we have a great view of this battle for the lead between Teddy Hodgson and Kyle Martinson. Right now we go back to the TV view, and here we can see the current battle right now for the lead between Teddy Hodgson and Martinson. Martinson has been able to get the deficit between him and Hodgson to around 2/10, and then it kind of disappears. Right now, Martinson having a bit of struggles getting by that 841 machine. And, I mean, both of them, they're running pretty much identical lap times, so it is very, very difficult to get by somebody if both of y'all are running pretty much the exact same lap times. The key is you have to just try to do something a little bit better than them. So it might be, entry of the corner, you might want to enter a little bit deeper than they are, or you might want to try to get into the gas a little bit later, and by maybe arcing the corner and getting in out of the gas a little bit earlier. You have to find something where you can do something a little bit earlier than the other person. So I think that is what Martinson is looking for right now, as he's looking at where that 84 is lifting, where he's braking, where he's getting back into the gas. He's got to try to use that to his advantage to get by that 841 machine. We know Kyle Martinson, he knows how to get it done, although he has not gotten a win this season. He got a few last season in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, and he is looking to try to continue on a streak of getting wins each season. If any of the top 3 wins, Teddy Hodgson, Kyle Martinson, and AJ Rogers, if any of those 3 wins, that will continue the streak of unique winners. So far, we've seen 3 different unique winners so far this season. And if either of those 3 wins, that will continue on the streak. Now, 4th, 5th, and 6th are Donald Clark, Aaron Johnson, Corey Bigley. Those 3 all have wins this season. So they are looking to all 3 of them are looking to try to get 2 in a row. We continue to watch this battle right now for first between Kyle Martinson. We saw Kyle Martinson made some great ground on Hodgson in 1 and 2, and he's also making some great ground in 3 and 4. Martinson looking very, very fast right now. That time by, he was a little bit faster than Hodgson. Martinson getting right to the back bumper of that 841. There they go. They're going by some lap traffic. Robert Gillard. This should be the time of the race where we do see some of our leaders starting to come up on lap traffic. The next driver from lap traffic that they will be coming up on is Craig Cobb in the 58. I don't know how much longer it'll be until they catch him. Looks like right now the leaders aren't in sight. There they are, as Cobb is heading off of turn number 2. The leaders are heading on into 1. And look who is joining this battle for the lead. AJ Rogers has caught your top 3, making this a 3-person party for the lead. And right now, and oh, it looks like we were looking at Kyle Martinson, he got by Teddy Hodgson for the lead. And I did not catch this, so let's watch this pass for the lead. We see Martinson was able to get under him on the backstretch. And through 3 and 4, was able to carry that momentum, and he got under Hodgson for the lead. So a new leader, Kyle Martinson. So right now with AJ Rogers joining the show, joining this battle for first, Teddy Hodgson is under a lot of pressure because the best way I can explain it right now, he's kind of battling a battle on two fronts. He is not only trying to play offense and get by Kyle Martinson for this lead, but he's also trying to play defense and hold off. And what in the world just happened? Teddy Hodgson just manually disconnected. Hold on, I'm going to check something really quickly. Yeah, he just manually disconnected after running in second. That was really weird. I have no idea what just happened to Teddy Hodgson. He was running very, very successful, and he just manually disconnected. I really don't think he rage quit. I think he might have just been having some internet issues. I don't know where he is at, if there's any storms right now. This power might have gone out. I'm not sure. But that is definitely unfortunate for Teddy Hodgson. He was having a great race. He was the fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, led the first 40 laps of tonight's event, and I know Martinson passed him, but he was still running in the top 3 and just mainly disconnected. I really think he ended up just having a connection issue, which definitely unfortunate because I know if something, it's definitely disappointing if something happens that is in your control and you know you're disappointing yourself that you messed up, but it is so awful when something happens in your race that is out of your control. It makes you feel like, you know, what could have been if that thing wouldn't have happened. And I know Teddy Hodgson is probably really, really disappointed right now. We do have a battle going on for third between two of our big 3 drivers, Donald Clark and Aaron Johnson. These two were battling for the win last weekend at Southern National. Clark ended up winning and Johnson ended up finishing second. So here they are again in the exact same positions that they were in, one ahead of the other at Southern National. But let's see if this time will Johnson be able to get by him. Johnson right on the back bumper of that 18 machine, trying to set up the pass. Both of these drivers have wins this season, so we know both of them know how to get it done. Right now, Johnson just trying to set up the pass, looking to see what Clark is doing, looking to see what his braking, lifting, getting back into the gas zones are, and just trying to use that to advantage now. I know I'm not saying this in a bad way. Aaron Johnson, a very, very aggressive driver, and it has definitely helped him on the racetrack get a lot of top 5s, and he got a win this season with a bump and run for the lead. So we know Johnson not afraid to use that chrome horn. Very, very aggressive driver, but he has also successfully used that aggressiveness to successfully make some passes, and he's gotten one win this season. I know right now Johnson, you might see him try to use the chrome horn to get by that 18 machine. We see both Clark and Johnson coming up on lap traffic. Looks like Clark right now is stuck behind the 58 of Craig Cobb. We might see Johnson try to use the lap cars to pick. Looks like he does not. We are currently 50 laps through this thing. Let's take a look at the current top 5. Kyle Martinson running in first. Second is AJ Rogers. Third place right now is Donald Clark. Fourth is currently Aaron Johnson. And then rounding out your top 5, it is Corey Bigley. We continue to watch this battle going on for third between Donald Clark and Aaron Johnson. These two I know have ran with each other on track multiple times this season, have battled with each other multiple times. We will see what will happen this time in this battle. There we go. We see Johnson giving Clark a little tap, letting him know, hey, I'm here. Looks like he's going to try to look low in 3 and 4. He is unsuccessful. We might see Johnson try to use the 1, 2, 3 modified rule. 1, knock, knock, I'm here. 2, if you don't get out of my way, I'm going to spin you. 3, you're going around. And there we go. We see Johnson able to get under Clark, and he is able to get by him. Now remember, watch out for the Big Frig move of the race. We're going to pick a pass. That was a good pass, a good clean move, and that is going to help the driver. So it looks like Aaron Johnson starting to extend that gap over Donald Clark. Here comes another member of that Big Three, Corey Bigley, coming up on Donald Clark. Corey Bigley, another driver who knows how to get it done. He's got 1 win this season. That was he won at the season opener at New Smyrna. And we see Clark, he is getting right there. He is almost getting under the 18 machine. Here's a look at the current cockpit view from Corey Bigley. Man, he is getting right up to that back bumper. So right now, the battle continues to go on between Donald Clark, Corey Bigley. I know both of these drivers know what it's like to race around each other. So I know with these two having raced around each other for, 3 races now, Corey, he's got to be thinking, what does Donald Clark do? What are some of his tendencies, and how can I use some of his bad tendencies to my advantage? And we are currently over the halfway point in this event, and I think right now is a good time to pump it up. We are going to pump up the intensity here. You'll get to see the sights and hear the sounds of the racetrack. Here we go. There you go. That is going to do it for Pump Up the Intensity. Hopefully you enjoyed us turning up the volume, but we are now resuming the racing action, and we see right now, we look back at this battle for fourth, and oh, as I say that, a yellow flag is out. Robert Gillard has crashed. All right, here is a look at what happened. So here we see Robert Gillard. He had the leader Kyle Martinson coming up on him. And we see Gillard is holding that low line. And we see coming off of turn number 2, Martinson. Ooh. Uh-oh. So it looks like, to me, Martinson, he pushes up the track into that 45 machine because he had those left side tires on the yellow line. And let's see, let's look at the left front of Kyle Martinson. Below the yellow line, above the yellow line, above, continuing to rise, continuing to rise, continuing to rise, continuing to rise. And there we see Robert Gillard goes around. Hits the inside wall. Or actually, he might not have hit it at all. Let's look and see. Barely tapped it. Looks like nobody else got involved, but unfortunate there for Robert Gillard. And we are now 75 laps through this event. So far, our 2 leaders have been Teddy Hodgson, who is manually disconnected, and now it's been all Kyle Martinson. Nobody's really been able to get up there to him, but we'll see if this restart will shake some things up a little bit. He's going to have AJ Rogers, who has been really, really fast. He's going to have him right behind him. We would like to once again thank both of our series sponsors. First of all, got to thank Shock iRacing Performance for helping fuel this league, and also got to thank Big Frig Coolers. Big Frig provides high-quality stainless steel double-wall vacuum-sealed tumblers as well as high-quality roto-molded coolers. Big Frig caters to the consumer, whether you are an adventurer, outdoorsman, sports fanatic, or just someone who enjoys a hot cup of joe. Big Frig knows that not every customer is the same, so they design their products to fit your needs. Take the Badlands coolers along with you to your next barbecue, on your next hunting or fishing trip, or for a long day at the racetrack, or take along their 30-ounce Big Frig on a fishing trip and have a cold drink on hand for an all-day excursion. All of their products are made durable with stainless steel construction. Their double-wall vacuum insulation helps with temperature preservation, keeping drinks cold for over 50 hours and hot for 5+ hours. If you want to purchase products from Big Frig, you can visit their website, bigfrig.com. You can search up Big Frig on Amazon and buy products from there. Or you can look on your website and see if your nearest sporting goods store has Big Frig in stock. Again, if you're in the market for a good cooler or tumbler, Big Frig is the way to go. Green flag back out here at USA International Speedway. There we see Kyle Martinson taking off, but he has AJ Rogers right on his back bumper. Aaron Johnson there as well. You could throw a blanket over the top 3 right now. We see Martinson trying his best to extend that gap over AJ Rogers. Martinson able to extend that gap, but the battle still is on for that second place spot between AJ Rogers and Aaron Johnson. We see right now Johnson, he has been a big mover in tonight's event after starting in 8th. He has gained 5 spots since the green flag dropped, has made some smart moves, has avoided the wrecks. He's made some good clean passes and looking to maybe try to make another on AJ Rogers. So looks like Johnson got a big run on Rogers coming off of turn number 4. Aaron Johnson continuing to try to set up passes on that number 17 machine. Johnson looking to try to get his second win of the season here tonight. He won the second race of the season at South Boston. I know South Boston and USA, very different. South Boston small and the turns are very skinny, so there's not a ton of room to move around and make moves, while USA, a very long track, turns are very wide, so there is a lot of room to make moves and set up passes. So Aaron Johnson should be able to make a clean pass on the 17 of AJ Rogers here. He just has to think it out and make a smart move. AJ Rogers starting to extend that gap a little bit over Aaron Johnson. Oh, but we see Johnson fighting back here in turns 3 and 4. Looks like Rogers has good straightaway speed, and then Johnson is able to get back up to him in the corners. That time, oh, we see a driver crash. That's Robert Gillard. I wonder if this will bring out a caution. Looks like he was able to enter pit. I don't know. We'll see. Aaron Johnson continues to try to look low under the 17 of Rogers. Johnson right there. Continues to try to make a move. Here's a look at the cockpit cam of Aaron Johnson. Man, he kept it really low on that corner, and he was able to get under the 17. He's right there side by side for a second. We see Johnson with the nose and almost able to get clear. We see, yep, there he is. He is able to get clear. Aaron Johnson able to get by AJ Rogers, and that is going to be the Big Frig Coolers move of the race. Let's watch it again. Johnson able to get under AJ Rogers on the straightaway. He is not able to come down because Johnson is below him. Gets a great run off of turn number 4. And heading into 1 and 2, he is officially able to get clear. What a move. A good, clean pass from Aaron Johnson. And that is going to end up putting him in that second place spot. As I say that, there's a car in the outside wall. And this is going to bring out our 4th caution of the race. Let's take a look at what happened here. Here's a look at what happened. We were side by side between Corey Bigley and Donald Clark. And I think Clark is going to try to look under Bigley here as we head into 3 and 4. And there we see Bigley. He comes down the track on entry. I think what happened was Bigley thought he was clear, so he came down expecting to stay ahead of Clark, but Clark was just a teensy bit below him. He clipped that front end of Clark, and that is going to send Bigley into that outside wall. Definitely unfortunate there. Let's do a driver interview here. I'm trying to think. Who should we pull in here? Let's pull in the 17 of Josh Oswald. Josh, this is Atlee in the broadcasting booth. Yeah, have a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you?
Doing pretty good up here in the booth, and looks like you're doing pretty good out there on track, having a good top 10 run here tonight. I know you started in that 10th place spot and have been hovering around 10th, 9th, 10th, and 11th for a lot of tonight's event. You haven't really been able to make too many moves, but you haven't really lost any positions. We're coming up to 25 laps left, and, I mean, what's going to be your plan to get into the top 5 here?
I'm going to give it the best shot I can. I mean, in the opening lap, I checked up not to get in the guy in front of me. Car slid, angered the tires pretty good. I mean, it's getting really tight on entry and in the center right now, so trying to get a little more grip where I can, trying to find some anyway. It's tough sledding in this field. Everybody's fast, man, you know, so we're going to get as many spots as we can and see what we can do.
So what is the key to saving tires here at USA? I know you've done a pretty good job. You've been able to keep it in the top 10 with these tires. So, I mean, what's the key here?
Just trying to run a consistent line and not scrub too much of the tires coming off the corner. Let the car ride out of the corner. I mean, I'm not the best at saving tires. There's definitely people better than me at it, but, you know, it's usually just, you know, backing your entry up, not, you know, cranking the wheel that hard. Just try and keep everything as smooth as possible.
Well, good luck on this next restart. I know we're getting ready to go back green, so good luck.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem. Well, there you go from Laurie Station, Pennsylvania. That is Josh Oswald. He's going to be restarting 9th on this next restart. Speaking of next restart, we are getting ready to go back green here. Kyle Martinson restarting on the bottom. Aaron Johnson restarting on the top. Look at this. Donald Clark getting into the back bumper of Aaron Johnson. They're beating and banging as we are coming to the restart. I don't know if Clark is going to try to give Johnson a push here or what, but they're beating and banging hard. Pace car's in. Green flag is back out here. There we see Kyle Martinson taking off. Aaron Johnson right now riding in second. But he's got A.J. Rogers looking below him. Rogers to the rear quarter panel. He is right there. A.J. Roger, and there we go. Oh, I thought Johnson went around there, but Johnson able to get that clear. Johnson now sitting in second, but he still has A.J. Rogers right on his back bumper. Donald Clark there as well. Throw a blanket over second through fourth right now. We see Rick Rube also joining the party as well. We are coming to the nitty-gritty of this race. I think we're going to see a lot more taking than giving here. A lot of beating and banging. This is what we've come to expect from the last 25 laps here in the series. Give and take goes out the window. Also, if you hear any background noise, it is currently raining very, very hard at my house. So just that is what it is if you hear any background noise. We see right now Donald Clark. He gets into the back bumper of A.J. Rogers, maybe trying to move him up the track to set up a pass. This is the battle for third here. Johnson extending that gap between him and Rogers. Donald Clark literally right there on the back bumper of A.J. Rogers, trying to set up that pass. We know Donald Clark, he knows how to get it done, has gotten one win this season. That was last week at Southern National, of course. He led from flag to flag and really only had to make one pass, which was on the first lap when he got by pole sitter A.J. Rogers, who is the driver who he needs to get by right now. So I know Don Clark, he knows how to get by A.J. Rogers as he passed him for the lead at Southern National last week. Clark definitely thinking behind Rogers. He's thinking, you know, what is Rogers known for doing? What are his tendencies, and how can I use those tendencies to my advantage? He might notice that, you know, off of a certain corner, you know, Rogers is always pushing up. So when he does that, I need to be right on his back bumper so I can drive below him and force him up the track. We see Rogers reeling back in Aaron Johnson for this second place spot. We are over 100 laps through this event, less than 25 laps to go. Here's a look at the current top 5. Kyle Martinson in first, Aaron Johnson in second, A.J. Rogers third, Donald Clark fourth, and Rick Rube right now is sitting in fifth. A.J. Rogers gained a ton of ground on Johnson in 1 and 2. He loses a little bit, though. So it looks like Rogers has great corner speed, but then he loses Johnson on the straightaways. Rogers' last time by, he ran a faster lap time than Aaron Johnson. We'll see if he is able to get by him. So we've got less than 20 laps to go. A.J. Rogers still on the back bumper of Aaron Johnson. I know the Big Frig move of the race was the pass that Johnson made on Rogers. Looks like Rogers is trying to return the favor. You can see Johnson tag the outside wall a little bit there. That doesn't seem to hurt him too much. Still, though, as Rogers right on that back bumper. Rogers loses him a little bit there on the front stretch. Able to gain back some momentum here on the back stretch. Right now, with almost 15 laps to go, we've got 14 out of 20 drivers still on the lead lap. That is 14 drivers that still have a chance to win this event. Anything can still happen right now. It is looking like Kyle Martinson has the super late model to beat. He currently has a 1.3 second lead over the rest of the field. We do see an unscheduled pit stop for Robert Gillard. Oh, no, he was just running a really low line. So I have to say, that is not good. That is definitely an unscheduled pit stop there for Robert Gillard. And look at this. Donald Clark is going to join this party for the battle for second. So now Rogers fighting a battle on two fronts, not only playing offense, trying to get by Aaron Johnson, but also trying to play defense and trying to fend off Donald Clark. And it's really, 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 really hard to try to do both at the same time, trying to make a pass and hold off somebody at the same time. So we'll see how Rogers handles this situation. Aaron Johnson, with him running in P2, he is looking to try to get his second place finish in a row. He ended up finishing second last week at Southern National to Donald Clark, who was a driver who was trying to get by him. The week before, Johnson won at South Boston. We got 10 laps to go here at USA as Martinson currently has a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. It's looking pretty good as long as Martinson can keep it clean. I think he should have it here, and unless a caution comes out. As soon as he was able to get by Hodgson, Martinson has just ran away from the rest of the field, has been extremely dominant. One thing that may come into play is Martinson is coming up on a lap car, Robert Gillard. A lot of times lap traffic can slow the leader down, but we will see if that's the case for Martinson. We take a look back here for this 3-car battle for third. We see Donald Clark able to get right up to the back bumper of that 17. Rogers right there on the back bumper of Johnson. You can throw a blanket over second through fourth right now. Very, very tight battle. Rogers right on the back bumper of that 21 machine. Rogers remains right on the back bumper of that 21 machine. And there we go. Rogers able to get under Aaron Johnson in 1 and 2. He's right to the rear quarter panel with 5 laps to go. Rogers going to try to get under him. Oh, right on the back bumper. He tried moving the 21 up the track. He is unsuccessful. Now we see Jason Warren joining this party for the battle for second. Warren right there as well. So now Donald Clark also will have to play offense and defense, not only trying to pass A.J. Rogers and Aaron Johnson, but he's also going to have to try to hold off Jason Warren. They got 3 laps to go now for this battle. A.J. Rogers took 1 shot under the 21. Will we see him try to take another shot? See that 17 right there on the back bumper of the 21. He keeps getting to that back bumper, letting him know, Johnson, hey, I'm here. And I think we're going to see Rogers try to make a move right now. Final lap. Martinson with a 3-second lead. It's looking like he's going to win the race, but the battle is on for second. Rogers is going to try to make one last move here on 3 and 4 to try to get by the 21 of Johnson. He can't quite get to the back bumper, which means that Aaron Johnson will take second. A.J. Rogers will finish third, and Kyle Martinson will win the race, and this will be Martinson's first win of the season. And this will continue on the streak of unique winners in this series. There we go. Martinson burning it down on the front stretch. There we go. We see the top 3 lining up. Got fireworks going off. We are now getting set for the driver interviews. If we have any of our top 3 watching the broadcast, please make your way to the waiting room in the Thunderstruck Discord. first driver we're going to pull in is third place finisher AJ Rogers. Again, if AJ, if you're watching the broadcast, please make your way to the waiting room in the Thunderstruck Discord. If not, we will move on to the second place interview. See, Kyle Martinson is there, but still. So I believe we are just going to move on now to the second place interview. We could not get AJ Rogers in the waiting room, so we're going to start off by pulling in your second place finisher, Aaron Johnson. Aaron, this is Atlee in the broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, another podium finish for you tonight after finishing second at Southern National, winning at South Boston. You get another podium finish here tonight at USA International Speedway. Had a good race. I know you were one of the biggest movers of the race. You started in that 8th place spot, and you were able to make some smart, good moves and continue to work your way up through the field. And eventually we saw with around 40 to 30 to go, you were able to get under AJ Rogers for the second place spot. And I know Rogers tried multiple times to get by you, especially on those last few laps, but you were able to hold him off and keep that second place spot. You really couldn't quite catch Kyle Martinson, but still, you had a very, very fast super late model night. What was your take on tonight's event?
It was a great race. Man, the car was just tight. I couldn't. AJ was just beating my back bumper off. I just trying to do everything I can to keep him behind me, and there wasn't no way for me to catch Kyle unless we had another caution. I still don't think I'll be able to do anything with him. But other than that, it was a great race. I didn't have no tires at the end. I was just holding him up. I was expecting a bump to get me out of the way. And I was just trying to just keep him behind me as best I could, and I guess it worked out.
Now, I know a lot of drivers, like you said, or at least I talked to Josh Oswald. He said he was also complaining about how tight he was. I know a lot of drivers weren't complaining about the tightness. Was there anywhere on the track where you were able to find some grip?
As long as I could get down to the yellow line down there on the apron or whatever, that's the most grip I could to help me turn the car. Other than that, there wasn't really much grip out there.
I got you. Well, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Hey, I got to thank all the guys at SPM, Shockeye Racing Performance, everybody that helps me to let me do this. Got to thank my mom, my dad, and my wife. Everybody just that helps me, and AJ for not hitting me in the back and entered both of our races. But other than that, and for you for broadcasting, and Josh Oswald and Jason Warren putting on this league.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on another podium finish. I hope you have a great rest of your night, Aaron.
You too.
Thank you. All right, let's now pull in your winner. It is the 07 of Kyle Martinson. Kyle, this is Atlee in the broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Doing pretty good up here in the booth, and looks like you were doing pretty good out on track. I know for the first portion of the race, you were running behind Teddy, trying to get by him for that first place spot, and it was really, really difficult, but eventually you were able to get below him, and you got past him And then we saw Teddy had some issues. He manually disconnected, and after that, you pretty much ran away from the rest of the field. And then we saw a couple cautions that grouped the field back up at every single time. You were able to get away from the rest of the field. Ended up finishing with a 3-second lead. You were really, really fast here tonight. And I mean, what do you think was the key to your victory here tonight?
Definitely just saving the right front, you know. Super racing as a whole right now, it's a whole lot of iPacing, but thankfully in this league, you know, we get a lot of green flag racing. I feel like that's kind of where I excel in, and I had a good time tonight. And thank you, Kent Helmley, for putting up the setup for us to run tonight. Oh, great.
Now, I know you were stuck behind Teddy for a lot of the race. What kind of helped you get by him? Was it just, were you studying what he was doing? I mean, what do you think helped you get by him?
Yeah, I was just saying he was getting super tight coming off the corners of the turns, and I was just kind of being there until he made a mistake, and he finally did, and just got by him. Just trying to be patient.
Now, before we let you go, Kyle, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yep, all my teammates, SPM, my wife for letting me have fun with my hobby. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on getting your first win of the season. Hopefully we'll see many more this season. Have a great rest of your night, Kyle.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
Well, that is going to do it for tonight's event. Thank you, everyone who tuned in to watch the broadcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. Also, make sure to visit our Twitter, IntensityBroad1. There, we're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. Also, make sure to check out our web store, IntensityBroadcasting.com. There you can find shirts, hats, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, photo paper posters, and so much more from your favorite broadcaster in all the amazing leagues that we broadcast. I'm Matt Leatman, on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.